Hello, ninth grade parents and students. This is Mr. Wilpink in the counseling office, and this is the video portion of your ninth grade CCR. There's a lot of information that we're going to cover in this because you are now a high school student. Everything that you're doing now goes onto your permanent transcript, and we want to make sure you have the right information as you're going forward. Parents, if your student is not with you right now, please make sure that they watch this video. Go get them and invite them to sit down with you so that they can get this information as well. The first thing we want to talk about is we do want to talk about grades. Remember, you finished your first term now. Those grades are in your permanent transcript. If for some reason you didn't get grades that you wanted, please make sure that you go and talk to those teachers, especially if you've got an F or an I. Go and make those up with the individual teacher so that does not end up on your permanent transcript. Each term is needed so that you can be able to graduate. All of this is about individual planning. In your ninth grade CCR, you will receive a booklet that kind of goes through all of this information that I'm going to be giving to you. I'm going to go through it pretty fast. If there's something that you want more information on, make sure you write it down so you can talk to your counselor during the CCR. But we want to make sure that you're planning well now, and if you have questions, to make sure that you ask your counselor. Remember, as we're preparing, it's all about 1, 2, 4, or more. High school graduation is very important. After high school, though, to be able to be competitive in today's world, you need to have at least 1 year of a certificate, 2 years associate's degree, 4 years or more of college. Please make sure that you're planning some type of education after your high school graduation. Now, first off, we've got to get you graduated from high school. These are your high school graduation requirements. You have to get all of these to be able to graduate from high school. If you even miss one thing, you're going to miss out on graduation. So make sure you get all of these in. You will receive a copy of this at your CCR as well. The one change is in U.S. history, now they recommend that you take that in 11th grade. So make sure you're planning on that. Also, most universities, if you're planning on going to a 4-year degree, most universities require that you have 4 years of math, 4 years of science, and 2 to 3 years of a foreign language. This is also a requirement for NCAA eligibility and for the Regent Scholarship. This is your 4-year plan. We will be sitting down and talking to you specifically about this at your CCR. We want you to be able to fit in the classes that you enjoy taking, as well as the classes that you have to take so that everything can fit in for your graduation. Remember, if you're planning on doing any type of sports or activities at the high school or at the college at a competitive level, you must be eligible for NCAA requirements. Remember, that's that extra math, science, and foreign language that you need to take. Now, that goes for anything. Could be cheer, could be sports, could be leadership, drama, music, whatever. Make sure that you're taking those extra classes so that you're eligible to participate those at the college level. Another thing that's really cool in high school is CTE pathways. You can actually take classes in certain areas, receive a pathway certificate from the high school, which will help you to be able to get into colleges. Look for those. If you have questions on those, make sure that you ask your college or your high school counselor. Extracurricular activities. We want students to be involved in all kinds of things, whether at Vista Heights or at Westlake. There's extracurricular activities in leadership, in performing arts, in sports. There's even up at the high school, there are clubs that you can be a part of. Every student should be involved in some type of extracurricular activity. So look for those opportunities to become involved. As you're becoming involved, we do recommend that you keep track of the hours that you do. For example, if you receive an award, make sure you write that down. If you're doing service hours, which are highly recommended as you're applying for colleges, make sure you keep track of those. Extracurricular activities, what type of things that you did. The reason why is when you start filling out college applications, you get to write essays about yourself. If you can remember all these things, if you have them written down, it will help a lot. Now, it doesn't matter if you keep track of these on a piece of paper or on a Excel worksheet or Google Doc. It's just as important that you make sure that you keep track of those hours, especially now that you're in high school. There are quite a few important websites that can help you as you're preparing for the future. Utah Futures, Utah Scholars, and all of these. These are great websites to be able to help you to be able to link up with some of the career exploration things or scholarships that you may be interested in. There are different online schools that are available. They will also have a sheet in your booklet. If those are things whether you want to get ahead or you need to make up some credit or whatever it may be, there are many options in today's educational world. Now, a big thing for going to college in the future is financial aid. Some of the basics that you need to know is, number one, you need to make sure that you understand what FAFSA is, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. You fill that out in 11th or 12th grade. Remember, everything that you're doing now is preparing you to be eligible for scholarships and all kinds of different things. To be able to help you get into college as well, there is testing. The major one in this area is the ACT. Everybody will take the ACT in 11th grade. So make sure that you're preparing well for yourself now. You can take that in 11th grade. Now, it is recommended that you take the ACT more than once. In fact, usually the recommended amount of times is 3 times, because each time you take it, usually your grade will go up a little bit on that score. You want to get as high as you can, because what colleges will do is they'll take your ACT test and then they'll take your index score and they'll come across into the middle of that, and wherever those two come together on a chart, that is called your index score. If your ACT and your GPA are high, that index score will also be high. So make sure you're doing your very best. All of this is aimed towards helping you get into some type of education after high school, whether it is a MATC or the MTech now, they changed their name to MTech, or a 2-year college or a 4-year college. Remember, prepare well now so that you have lots of choices in the future. There are many upcoming events. Some of the major ones that you need to be aware of are right down here with these term dates. We already finished first term on October 18th. We're now in second term, which will end on December 20th. Then we'll break for the winter break, and then you'll have term 3 and term 4. The grades that you get in each one of those terms will go onto that permanent transcript. So make sure you're doing your very best work. There's lots of other dates as well. A lot of information as you're preparing for the high school is on Westlake's website. You can find that at whs.alpineschools.org. If you go to their counseling page, you can actually find their master schedule so you can start planning for your classes that you're going to take in 10th grade. Included in the booklet as well will be the Utah Student Planning Guide. We recommend that you make sure that you study this because it has lots of information. Parents and students, this concludes the video portion of your 9th grade CCR. Please make sure that you come to your CCR at the high school. It will be at Vista Heights. It will be during your history class. You should have received information on it. If you have not received information either in the mail or the information we sent to your student, you can call Mrs. Lewis in the counseling office at 801-610-8771, and she can tell you when your appointment is. Thank you very much and have a great day.